Hello friends, now we are starting example number 23rd from this miscellaneous exercise. So try to understand this example very carefully. So it is given to us that a parallelogram is constructed on these two vector a bar and b bar, where value of a bar is equal to 3p bar minus q bar and b bar is equal to p bar plus 3q bar, and magnitude of p bar and q bar is equals to 2. This is also the second given condition, that magnitude of this p bar and q bar is equal to what? 2, and the angle between p bar and q bar is equal to pi by 3. Using all these given condition, we have to show that the ratio of the length of sides is root 7 is to root 13. So again, try to understand what are the given condition here. These two vector represents what? Sides of the parallelogram, because on this vector parallelogram is constructed, means this a bar and b bar represents what? Sides of the parallelogram. Again, if you will observe, the value of a bar and b bar are in terms of p bar and what? Q bar. So it is given to us that magnitude of p bar and q bar is equals to 2. This is second given condition. And what is the third given condition? Angle between these two vector p bar and q bar is how much? Pi by 3. Using this, we have to find out ratio of length of the sides of this parallelogram, where one side is represented by what? A bar, and one side is represented by b bar. So let us make the proper use of this given condition. Since the value of a bar and b bar are in terms of p bar and q bar, so to find out the magnitude, means length, we will require the value of dot product also. So first we are finding dot product of what? P bar and q bar, because value of a bar is also in terms of p bar and q bar, and b bar is also in terms of what? P bar and q bar. So here dot product of p bar and q bar, we are finding applying definition. What is definition? Magnitude of p bar into magnitude of q bar into what? Cos theta. But theta is how much here? Pi by 3. Pi by 3 means 60 degree. So which is equals to, now replace magnitude of p bar by its given value 2, magnitude of q bar is also equals to 2 into pi by 3, means cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. 2 will get cancelled, so we will get here 2. Let us denote it, say, by equation number first. So value of dot product is known to us. Now we are finding magnitude of a bar. So for that purpose we are using one result in the dot product, that a square of magnitude is nothing but what? Dot product of same vector. In other word, we can say that dot product of same vector is equal to square of its magnitude. Our interest is in terms of what? Magnitude. First we are finding square of magnitude, and later on, if we are to replace this square, we will take square root on both sides. So which is equal to, replace this a bar by its value. What is the value of a bar here? 3p bar minus q bar. Keep this dot as it is. Again substitute the value of a bar will be equals to 3p bar minus q bar. So which is equal to, now I am taking dot product of these two bracket. So 3p bar, 3 into 3 will become what? 9, and p bar dot p bar, means dot product of same vector, is equal to square of its magnitude. So now we are taking dot product of this first term with this second term. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3, and p bar dot q bar. So here we will get p bar dot q bar. Now take the dot product of minus q bar with both the terms in this bracket. Minus into plus 3 will be equals to minus 3, and here we will get q bar dot p bar. Again minus into minus is plus, and q bar dot q bar is equal to square of magnitude of q bar. Once these values are known to us, keep this 9 as it is, but we know that magnitude of p bar is equals to what? 2, and magnitude of q bar is also equals to 2. So replace it by 2, keep square as it is, minus p bar dot q bar also as it is, minus 3 also as it is. We know that dot product is commutative, means a bar dot b bar is equal to b bar dot a bar. So applying that result, q bar dot p bar can be written as what? P bar dot q bar, plus magnitude of q bar is already known to us, 2. It is given to us that its magnitude is 2. So substitute the value here. So remaining part is simplification part. What is square of 2? 4. 4 9s are 36 minus minus 3 p bar dot q bar and minus 3 p bar dot q bar is minus 6 p bar dot q bar, plus here square of 2 is 4. 4 plus 36 will be equals to 40, minus 6, keep it as it is. Value of this dot product, value of dot product is how much? 2. This value we are substituting from equation number first. Okay, so simplified, 40 minus 12, 6 2s are 12, 40 minus 12 will be equals to 28. So square of magnitude is equal to 28, which implies that magnitude of a bar will be equals to, if to replace this square, we are taking square root on both sides. So on this side we will get under root 28. So 28 is multiple of 4. 4 is a perfect square. So 28 can be written as 4 into 7. 4 outside the root will become 2. So its value will be 2 root 7. In this way we have got length of one side using all these results. Now we are finding magnitude of second side, means magnitude of b bar, using same method. So now magnitude, square of magnitude of b bar will be equals to b bar dot b bar, because dot product of same vector is equal to square of its magnitude. Substitute the value of b bar, that is p bar plus 3q bar, dot, keep it as it is, again replace b bar by its value, p bar plus 3q bar. So which is equal to, take the dot product of these two bracket, p bar dot p bar is equal to square of magnitude of p bar. Then p bar dot 3q bar will be equals to 3 p bar dot q bar. Then take the dot product of 3 q bar with both the terms. 3 q bar dot p bar will be equals to 3 q bar dot p bar, and 3 into 3 will become 9, and q bar dot q bar will be equal to square of magnitude of q bar. So which is equal to, replace magnitude of p bar by its value 2. So here we'll get 2 square plus 3 p bar dot q bar, keep it as it is, 3 also as it is, and since dot product is commutative, so q bar dot p bar can be written as p bar dot q bar, p bar dot q bar, plus, sorry, here 9 is there because 3 3s are what, 9, keep it as it is, and magnitude of q bar will be equals to 2. So it is given to us. The remaining part is calculation part. Here we'll get 4, and here 3 plus 3 means 6 p bar dot q bar plus 9, what is square of 2? 4. So here 4 into 9 is 36, 36 plus 4 is 40, plus 6, p bar dot q bar is equal to how much? 2. So which is equals to 12 plus 40 will be equals to 52. So this is the value of what? Square of magnitude. So square of magnitude of b bar. To replace this square, we are taking square root on both sides. So on this side we will get square root of 52. Here also we can observe that 52 is multiple of 4. 4 is a perfect square number. So it can be written as 4 into 13, and 4 outside the root will become 2. So here we'll get 2 root 13. So now we are finding ratio of magnitude of a bar and magnitude of b bar. So this implies that magnitude of a bar dot magnitude of b bar will be equals to, first substitute the value of magnitude of a bar. What is the magnitude of a bar? 2 root 7. And what is the value of magnitude of b bar is equal to 2 root 13. After cancelling 2, what we'll get here? Root 7 is 2 root 13, and check whether is it our required result. We have to show that the ratio of length of the side is root 7 is to root 13. So hence we can say that, hence ratio of the length of the sides of parallelogram is root 7 is to root 13. In this way we have got our required result. So now observe the next example. In this example we have to express this vector a bar as the sum of two vector. So means one vector is given to us, we have to split up it in two parts. Means we have to express it in two vector, sum of two vector satisfying this condition, such that one vector is parallel to this B bar and other is perpendicular to B bar. How many vectors are given to us? A bar is given and B bar is given. So we have written here the value of A bar and B bar. Now we have to find out two such vector which can be expressed, means their sum will be equals to what? A bar, and one of them is parallel to B bar, parallel to this vector B bar, and another is perpendicular to this B bar. So I am denoting these new two vectors say by C bar and what? D bar. So here I am supposing that let A bar will be expressed as sum of two vector. Question is to express this A bar as sum of what? Sum of two vector. So I am expressing A bar as sum of two vectors C bar and D bar such that what is the condition? One of them is perpendicular to B bar and another is what? Parallel to B bar. So here I am supposing that one vector is parallel to B bar. So let us denote that parallel vector by C bar such that C bar is parallel to B bar and D bar is perpendicular to B bar. So okay, hope you have got it. So we are expressing A bar as sum of two vector, and according to given condition we have to find out two vectors such that one vector means which we have denoted by C bar should be parallel to this B bar and this D bar should be perpendicular to this B bar. Okay, so using this condition now we are trying to find out such two vectors C bar and what? D bar, means our aim is to find out value of C bar and D bar. Now here C bar is parallel to B bar, this is given condition. So therefore C bar is expressed as scalar multiple of D bar. C bar is parallel to B bar means C bar is expressed as scalar multiple of B bar. Let us denote the scalar say by lambda. We are able to denote scalar by any notation. At this time I am denoting C bar by what? Lambda. Scalar by what? Lambda, where lambda is a scalar. Again try to understand which two vectors are parallel. C bar is parallel to B bar, and we know that if two vectors are parallel at that time they satisfy which condition? One vector will be scalar multiple of another vector. So therefore C bar will be equals to lambda, keep it as it is, replace B bar by its value. What is the value of B bar? 3i cap plus k cap. So which is equals to multiply by lambda 3 lambda I cap plus lambda k cap. So this is the value of what? C bar. Means to find out the value of C bar is our one of the required vector. To find out the value of this C bar we will require the value of what? Lambda. Later on we will see how to find out the value of lambda using given condition. Now we are using second given condition. What is the second condition? That this D bar is perpendicular to B bar, and we know that if two vectors are perpendicular at that time their dot product will be equals to 0. So let us make the use of this given condition. But before that I am supposing that let D bar will be equals to, D bar is equal to say xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Our second required value is D bar, and I am supposing that its Cartesian representation is xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Means to find out the value of D bar we have to find out value of x, y, z, and to find out the value of C bar we will require just simply the value of lambda. Means to find out our required two vector we have to find out four values: x, y, z, and what? Lambda. So let us use the given condition now to find out these four values. So since C bar is perpendicular to what? D bar. This D bar is perpendicular to what? B bar. Means B bar and D bar are perpendicular. That's why we can say that their dot product will be equals to 0. So substitute the value of B bar here. What is the value of B bar? 3i cap plus k cap. Keep this dot as it is. I am replacing D bar by its value x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, and on this right hand side keep this right hand side 0 as it is. As it stands both the vectors are in what? Cartesian form, and whenever the vectors are in Cartesian form at that time dot product can be find out first by taking dot product of coefficient of I cap, that is 3 into x will be equals to 3x. Here term of j cap is missing, means its coefficient is 0, 0 into y 0. Lastly take the product of coefficient of k cap, 1 into z will be equals to z. on this side 0, keep it as it is. So this implies that z is equal to plus 3x on this side will become what? Minus 3x. So in this way we have got this important result. Let us denote it, say, by equation number first. Okay, so now we are using the next given condition. What is the given condition? That a bar should be expressed as b bar sum of c bar plus d bar. So from this equation, using this equation, let us try to find out our required value. So now a bar is equal to c bar plus d bar. So replace a bar by its value. What is the value of a bar? 5i cap minus 2j cap plus 5k cap. On this side, replace c bar by its value, where value of c bar is equal to 3 lambda I cap plus lambda k cap plus d bar. What is the value of d bar here? xi cap plus yj cap plus z k cap. Just we have substituted the values. Since the value, if you'll observe this left hand side, terms of I cap, j cap, k cap are there. Means left hand side is the linear combination of which three vectors? I cap, j cap, k cap. So on the right hand side also, we are trying to get a linear combination of I cap, j cap, k cap. For that purpose, first collect the terms of I cap. So if you are collecting the terms of I cap, here its coefficient is 3 lambda and here its coefficient is x. Means simply we have taken I cap common from these two terms. Now take j cap common. Here term of j cap is missing. So only one term of j cap is there, that is yj cap. Lastly, collect the terms of k cap. If we are taking k cap common from these two terms, so here its coefficient is lambda and here its coefficient is how much? Z. Okay. So which is equal to 3 lambda plus x I cap, keep it as it is, plus yj cap also as it is, this lambda also as it is. Just simply I am replacing z. What is the value of z here? Minus 3x. So replace this z by minus 3x. Keep this k cap as it is. This value we are substituting from equation number first, isn't it? Now both the sides are nothing but linear combination of I cap, j cap, k cap. So comparing both sides, let us see what result we will get. Comparing both sides, we get. So if we are comparing coefficient of I cap, so what we can say here, 3 lambda plus x will be equals to 5. Comparing coefficient of j cap means here coefficient is y and here coefficient is minus 2. So y is equal to minus 2. And lastly, comparing coefficient of k cap, lambda minus 3x will be equals to 5. Lambda minus 3x will be equals to what? 5. So here we have got the value of y also. Denote this equation, say, by equation number 2 and this by equation number 3. Now if you will observe both the equations are in terms of x and lambda. By solving these two equations, we will get the value of what? X and lambda. So solving equation second and third, we get. So we are not solving here this equation. Orally we will try to find out the value of lambda and x by solving these two equations. What is the coefficient of x here? Minus 3. So to get here 3, means if the coefficients are same, here plus is there, here minus is there. If we are taking addition, these two terms of x will get eliminated and we will get the value of lambda. For that purpose, if I am multiplying here by 3, so see what we will get, 9 lambda plus 3x, and on this side if we are multiplying by 3 we will get 15, isn't it? And what is this equation? Lambda minus 3x is equal to 5. If we are taking addition, these two terms will get cancelled. On this side we will get 10 lambda is equal to 20, means lambda will be equals to what? 2. So here we will get lambda is equals to 2 and x will be equals to, if I am substituting value of lambda is equal to 2, 2 3s are 6, plus 6 on this side will become minus 6, 5 minus 6 is minus 1, means x will be equals to minus 1. In this way we have got the value of x and lambda by solving these two equations, isn't it? Now lastly only the remaining part is to find out value of z. If we are substituting value of x in this equation, we will get the value of z. So put x is equal to minus 1, in equation first we get, let us see what we will get. We will get z is equal to, if I am substituting x is equal to minus 1 into minus 3 will be equals to what? Plus 3. In this way we have got all our required values, means x, y, z and lambda, and these values are required to find out the value of what? C bar and D bar, means this value of C bar and this value of what? D bar. So therefore C bar will be equals to, what is the value of C bar? 3 lambda I cap plus lambda k cap, so which is equal to 3. I am replacing this lambda by its value 2, so 2 I cap plus, replace this lambda also by 2 k cap, so which is equal to 3 to the 6, means 6 I cap plus 2 k cap is the value of first required vector C bar. Now we are finding value of D bar. D bar is nothing but what? xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, so which is equal to, replace this x by its value minus 1 into I cap, okay, better way write down minus 1 into I cap plus y is how much here? Minus 2, so minus 2 into j cap plus zk cap, z is what here? 3 k cap. Let us simplify it, which can be written as minus I cap, here it can be written as minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. In this way we have got our both the required vector C bar and D bar. So lastly write down, hence what is the question? Express A bar as sum of what? Two vector. Which two vector? C bar and D bar, means we have to express A bar as sum of two vector, but these two vector we have denoted by what? C bar and D bar. So we have expressed A bar as a sum of two vector C bar and D bar, where C bar is equals to, and here we have got the value of this vector also. What is the value of C bar? 6 I cap plus 2 k cap, and D bar will be equals to, and what is the value of D bar? Minus I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. In this way we are expressing this vector A bar as sum of what? Two vectors, satisfying this condition that C bar is parallel to B bar and D bar is what? Perpendicular to B bar. So this completes the solution. Now we are solving example number 25th. Observe the example. Find two unit vector, each of which makes an equal angle with these three vector u bar, v bar and w bar. Value of u bar is also given, v bar is also given, w bar is given. Means we have to find out a unit vector which makes an equal angle with given three vector u bar, v bar and w bar. Let us denote that unit vector say by A bar, whose value is equal to say xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, be the unit vector making equal angle. Here let us denote that angle by theta, makes equal angle theta with these three vector. Using this given condition, now our aim is to find out value of what? X, y, z. Once the value of x, y, z is known to us, we will get our required vector A bar, because we have denoted that unit vector by what? A bar, and this vector makes equal angle with these three vector. Let us make the use of this given condition. So we know that if theta is the angle between two vector, at that time what is the value of cos theta? A bar dot B bar upon magnitude of A bar into magnitude of B bar, where theta is angle between A bar and B bar. This result we have seen in dot product, isn't it? So let us make the use of this result here. So here we can say that therefore cos theta is equal to, theta is angle between what? A bar and U bar also, A bar and V bar also, and A bar and what? W bar also, because this A bar makes equal angle with these three vector. So first I am considering that theta is angle between A bar and U bar. So according to this formula, what result we will get here? A bar dot U bar divided by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of what? U bar. So substitute the value of A bar is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Dot, keep it as it is, then substitute the value of u bar, where u bar is equal to 2i cap plus j cap minus 2k cap, and in the denominator we are substituting the value of magnitude of a bar. A bar is a unit vector, that's why we can say that its magnitude is equal to 1, and magnitude of u bar can be found out from its Cartesian representation. What we'll get here, under root 2 square plus 1 square plus minus 2 square, so which is equal to, now find out the dot product of these two vectors. Both the vectors are in Cartesian form. So here first take the product of coefficient of I cap, that is 2 into x is 2x. Then take the product of coefficient of j cap, that is 1 into y will be equals to y. And lastly z into minus 2 will be equals to minus 2z, and in the denominator let us see what we'll get. Here square of 2 is 4, square of 2 is 4, and here square of 1 is 1, means 4 plus 4 plus 1 is 9, and square root of 9 is what? 3. 3 into 1 will be equals to 3. Let us denote this value, say by equation number first. This is the value of what? Cos theta. So here we have got first value of cos theta. Now again we are trying to find out value of cos theta using the condition that theta is also the angle between what? A bar and V bar. So also we can say that here cos theta is equals to A bar dot V bar divided by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of V bar. Substitute the value of A bar, where A bar is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. Keep this dot as it is. Substitute the value of V bar. V bar is equal to I cap plus 2j cap minus 2k cap divided by magnitude of A bar is 1 because it is unit vector, and magnitude of V bar is equals to what we'll get here, 1 square plus 2 square plus minus 2 square. So let us simplify it. So cos theta is equals to, so therefore cos theta is equals to, let us try to find out dot product. X into 1 is x, y into 2 is 2y, and z into minus 2 is minus 2z. Means what result we are getting here, x plus 2y minus 2z divided by simplifying that root, we will get here 3, because square root of 9, here we are getting 9, 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 1 9, square root of 9 is 3. So in this way we have got second value of cos theta. Let us denote here this value, say by equation number 2, and cos theta is equals to, also theta is angle between which two vector, A bar and W bar. So using this condition, let us try to find out third value of cos theta. So here cos theta will be A bar dot W bar divided by magnitude of A bar into magnitude of W bar. What is magnitude? What is A bar? Xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap dot W bar. What is the value of W bar here? 2i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap divided by magnitude of first vector is 1 because it is unit vector, and magnitude of W bar is 2 square plus minus 2 square plus 1 square. So which is equals to, so take the dot product. 2 into x is 2x, y into minus 2 is minus 2y, and z into 1 will be equals to z. And in the denominator here we will get 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, square root of 9 is 3, 3 into 1 is 3. So in this way we have got three values of cos theta using the condition that A bar makes equal angle with these vectors. Now we have got three equations. Solving these three equations, we will try to find out our required value, which is required value our x, y, z. Once the value of x, y, z is known to us, we will get our required vector A bar, which makes what? Equal angle with these three vector. Now first we will solve which two equation, first and second. So from equation first and second, let us see what we'll get here. From equation first and second, so check that their left hand sides are equal, means their right hand sides are also equal. That is 2x plus y minus 2z divided by 3 is equals to x plus 2y minus 2z upon 3. So 3 and 3 will get cancel. After cancelling 3, so keep this 2x as it is. This plus x on this side will become what? Minus x. Hope you have got it. 3 will get what? Cancel. on this side keep this 2i as it is, plus y on this side will become minus y, and minus 2z and minus 2z also will get what? Cancel, because minus 2z on this side will become plus 2z minus 2z will get cancel. So therefore here 2x minus x is x and 2i minus y is equal to y. Means what result we have got here? X will be equals to y. By solving equation first and second, from equation first and second we have got this result. Now let us make the use of any another two equation. In better way, take equation number what? Equation number third and first, so that 2x and 2x will get what? Cancel. So from equation first and third, what is first equation? 2x plus y minus 2z divided by 3 is equals to what we'll get here? 2x minus 2y plus z upon 3. So 3 and 3 will get what? Cancel. Again, now on one side we are collecting the terms of y keep it as it is, minus 2i on this side will become plus 2i, and on this side z keep it as it is, minus 2x on this side will become minus 2z on this side will become plus 2z, and 2x and 2x will also get what? Cancel, because plus 2x on this side will become minus 2x, plus 2x and minus 2x will get cancel. So here we will get 3y is equal to 3z. So implies that y is equal to z. So this implies that what result we have got? Let us denote it by next equation 4 and this by equation number 5. So from equation 4 and 5, see what we are getting. So this equation says that x is equal to y, and this equation says that y is equal to z. Means x will be equals to y will be equals to z. So if these x, y, z are equal, means we will get the value of a bar. What will the value of a bar? xi cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. So therefore a bar will be equals to xi cap, keep it as it is. I am replacing y by what? X, because y is equal to x. So here we will get xj cap. Even z is also equals to x. So here we will get xk cap. This will be the value of what? A bar. But already we know that to find out the value of a bar we will require x, y, z. So what we have proved? X, y, z are equal, but its value is equal to which number? That number now we are trying to find out here. So this implies that magnitude of a bar is equals to, so magnitude is already known to us because it is unit vector, so its magnitude is what? 1. Using this condition we are trying to find out value of x, y, z. So from this we will get magnitude. What is the magnitude here? X square plus x square plus x square. So already we know that magnitude is 1 because it is unit vector. On this side what we'll get here? X square plus x square plus x square is 3x square. If we are taking square root on both sides, on this side we'll get plus or minus 1, here root 3, and x square outside the root will become x, which implies that x is equal to plus root 3 will get divided on this side. So on this side we'll get plus or minus 1 by root 3. So whatever may be the value of x will be the value of y and what? Z. So therefore y is equal to z is equals to plus or minus 1 by root 3, because x, y and z are what? Equal. Once all these values are known to us, therefore we can say that a bar will be equals to, so is it a bar? Xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, but x is also plus or minus 1 by root 3, y is also same and z is also same. We are substituting all these value in this expression. So what we'll get here then? Plus or minus 1 by root 3